Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Iggy's Toy Parade and Soldier Review. This is your host, Iggy, and I'm going to present to you tonight a quickie video, which should, as you guys know, always ends up being 20 minutes because I talk too much. But this is a fantastic find. Uh, As you know, I had gone over to storage with my brother and his son, and they helped organize my space, and I found the remaining six boxes and tubs of uh, action figures and toys and whatnot. And I brought them home, the six, and I had been lamenting or whining is probably more precise, about some figures that I thought I might have sold at the flea market. And lo and behold, look what I found. These are the figures that I was missing. So that means that the only figure I sold was Willie Scott. And I also sold some Disney Indiana Jones figures. But the Hasbro Indiana Jones figures I still had, but I was missing these three. Well, I open up a box and I'm like, oh my God, look at this. Now, the box was marked Legends of the Sword Castle. But I thought, well, gee, this box is kind of heavy. So I open it up and I get this, and I was very excited. It felt like Christmas. That's a really neat feeling that is very unique to Christmas when you're unwrapping everything and you got something that you were hoping for. Well, here it is. So let's take a look at each one so you get an idea which ones these are. And this one's the Temple Guard. Let me turn it so the light doesn't reflect off of it. God, I hope that's in focus because I can't see it. Am I wearing the right Oh, I got the wrong glasses on. I was looking at that and go, this looks like it's underwater. All right, I don't know if this is going to help me much, but we'll try it. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Okay, so here's the Temple Guard. And of course, in the movie, there's quite a number of them. And you see them when they're chasing Willie Scott, Short Round, and Indy in the mine. And of course, there's the bridge scene right after that. And there's like, I don't know how many of these guys, maybe 30, 40, I'm not sure. But Indy battles them on the bridge, and pardon me, they all go tumbling into the river. And if they weren't dead already, they were after the crocodiles ate them. I'm not sure if the crocodiles were into Indian food, but they had quite a treat that day. Okay, the next up is one of my favorite characters, and he's the Chief Temple Guard. And he was a massive dude. The stuntman who played this also was the German mechanic in Indiana Jones. One of the members of the Iggy Army left me a message. A message. Why do I talk like that? I just don't get it. But anyway, left a message for me stating who the stuntman's name was. And I can't find the message. I was looking everywhere, but I didn't see it. But it's probably attached to Indiana Jones and the Magic Kingdom video. It's probably in that video. But that was a long time ago, probably like over 200 videos ago. Okay, but so here's the Chief Temple Guard. And of course, it's very dramatic when he gets killed because he gets crushed to death by a rock crusher. And I had mentioned that I took my mom and dad to see this movie, and my poor dad was having a really hard time because he had just had a heart attack, a massive heart attack. And after they released him about 3 days later, I took them to the movie. And of course, there's the scene where Mola Ram rips the guy. Well, let's talk about that story when I get to the last figure. Anyway, my dad was getting pretty upset with some of the violence in the film. See, his generation didn't grow up with that kind of violence. When someone was shot, it just looks like they fell over. It doesn't look like now. It looks like if you see the first few minutes of Saving Private Ryan, you're like, oh my God, were they really shooting him? So it's pretty realistic. And World War II veterans who saw that, some of them actually had a heart attack in the theater. It was too stressful for them. Okay, so this is Mola Ram, and he was, of course, the villain in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And you can see his hand is curled, getting ready to rip out someone's heart, where he's Kalima, Kalima, Kalima. And my poor dad was really having a hard time, especially when the heart came out. And then that started on fire. Talk about heartburn. That poor guy had heartburn. And he's a pretty cool figure. So I was very delighted to see that I still had these. It was pretty exciting. So the only one I'm missing, I think, is this one here, Willie Scott. I'm also missing some of the Last Crusade figures like Elsa, the Knight, Grail Knight. What else? Colonel Vogel. I wonder why they picked that. Vogel means birds, I think, or bird. Maybe because he was a bird brain. I don't know. Let's see. Colonel Vogel, Elsa. Oh, I never got Short Round. Oh, and a lot of figures from the Crystal Skull I never got, such as the Indians that protected the temple area, and the female villain. I don't remember her name. And Soviet soldiers. I never had those. Or Mutt Williams, I guess his name was. But as far as the Temple of Doom and Raiders of the Lost Ark, I pretty much have the figures. Now, I do have some of the recently released retro-looking figures. These, of course, are much better, but the retro ones have a nostalgic appeal, and that says a lot for me because I like that kind of stuff. And so even though I prefer these because of their realism, they're very well done, I do like the retro figures because they do look more like toys. From 1980 is what they look like. And the packaging is, of course, a direct copy of the original packaging from that line of figures. And Kenner, of course, dropped that line when they saw the storyboards for the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Is that the name of it? Temple of Doom? Temple Without a Room? I don't know. Anyway, I promised a short video, and look, I'm blathering away here. So let's wrap it up. And where would you like to go today? I'm kind of a food kind of person. That's why I'm fat. So I always say, let's go to Johnny Rockets, or let's go, you know, to Duke's or something. Oh, I know a great place for all of us to go. I haven't been there myself yet. It's the World War II D-Day Invasion Museum in Louisiana, I think it is. And I'm told that it's very, very good, and I would really like to go to that. So why don't we all meet there? And afterwards, we can get some churros and popcorn or something. All right, guys, that's it. There's your figures, the ones that I thought were long lost and have now recently been recovered. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for your patience as I ramble on. I think that's a Led Zeppelin song, isn't it? Ramble? Ramble on. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye.